Have you ever heard the saying, we only use 10% of our brains? It's a popular idea, often used in movies to suggest untapped potential. Imagine the possibilities if we could unlock that other 90%. But is this notion backed by science, or is it just a myth? The answer might surprise you. Let's delve into the fascinating world of neuroscience and separate fact from fiction. Get ready for a brain-boosting adventure. Prepare to be amazed by the incredible capabilities of your very own brain. The idea that we only use 10% of our brains is, thankfully, completely false. This myth has been perpetuated for decades, often cited in popular culture and even by some educators, but modern neuroscience has thoroughly debunked this notion. Brain imaging techniques like fMRI scans show that we use virtually every part of our brain, even during simple tasks. These scans reveal a complex network of activity, with different regions lighting up for various functions, from basic motor skills to intricate problem solving. Think about it. The brain, though only about 2% of our body weight, consumes a whopping 20% of our energy. This high energy consumption is necessary to support the myriad of tasks our brain performs every second, from regulating our heartbeat to processing sensory information. Why would such a metabolically expensive organ have so much unused capacity? The truth is, it doesn't. Every part of the brain has a role, whether it's involved in conscious thought, subconscious processes, or maintaining our body's homeostasis. Evolutionarily speaking, it just doesn't make sense. Our ancestors faced numerous challenges that required quick thinking, problem solving, and adaptability. A brain operating at only 10% capacity would not have been able to meet these demands. We've evolved to be efficient, and a 90% idle brain would be a massive evolutionary disadvantage. Instead, our brains are highly active and adaptable, constantly rewiring and forming new connections as we learn and experience new things. This incredible plasticity is what allows us to grow, adapt, and thrive in an ever-changing world. So, the next time you hear someone say we only use 10% of our brains, you can confidently tell them that it's a myth. Our brains are powerful, dynamic organs that are always working, even when we're at rest. Embrace the full potential of your brain and continue to challenge it with new experiences and knowledge. Don't give the kids too much sugar, they'll be bouncing off the walls. This is a common warning many parents and caregivers have heard countless times. The idea that sugar can turn a calm child into a whirlwind of energy is deeply ingrained in our culture. But is there any truth to this widespread belief? We've all heard it, but does sugar really send children into hyperdrive? The notion that sugar causes hyperactivity in children has been a topic of debate for decades. Parents often notice their kids becoming more energetic after consuming sugary treats, especially during special occasions like birthday parties or holidays. But is sugar truly the culprit behind this burst of energy? While it's true that sugar provides a quick burst of energy, numerous studies have debunked the link between sugar and hyperactivity in kids. Research conducted over the years has consistently shown that there is no significant connection between sugar intake and increased hyperactivity. In fact, many studies have found that children's behavior remains largely unchanged after consuming sugar. The perceived sugar rush is often more about the context, like exciting events, birthday parties, than the sugar itself. When children are in stimulating environments filled with friends, games, and activities, their excitement levels naturally rise. This heightened state of excitement is often mistaken for a sugar-induced hyperactivity, but it's actually the result of the fun and engaging atmosphere. So the next time you see a child bouncing off the walls at a party, don't blame the cake just yet. It's important to consider the overall environment and the various factors that contribute to a child's behavior. The joy of being surrounded by friends, the thrill of playing games, and the excitement of celebrating a special occasion all play a significant role in how children act. It might just be good old-fashioned excitement. Understanding the true reasons behind children's behavior can help parents and caregivers make more informed decisions about their diet and activities. So while it's always a good idea to monitor sugar intake for overall health, it's equally important to recognize that a child's exuberance is often fueled by the joy and excitement of the moment, rather than just the sugar they consume. That satisfying pop when you crack your knuckles, harmless habit, or a one-way ticket to arthritis. Rest assured, knuckle cracking itself doesn't cause arthritis. The sound you hear is actually gas bubbles popping in the synovial fluid, which lubricates your joints. However, while not causing arthritis, habitual knuckle cracking can potentially weaken grip strength and lead to joint instability over time. So, while you can enjoy the occasional crackle without fear of arthritis, it's probably best not to make it a lifelong habit. Lightning striking twice? A matter of probability. Lightning never strikes the same place twice. This saying is often used to suggest that unlikely events won't happen again in the same way. In reality, lightning doesn't discriminate. Lightning strikes are simply about electrical discharge seeking the shortest path to the ground. Tall structures like trees and buildings are prime targets. In fact, tall structures can be struck multiple times during a single storm. So, the next time you hear this adage, remember that lightning doesn't keep track of where it's been. Poor goldfish, often stereotyped as having a memory span of a mere 3 seconds. Thankfully, this is another myth we can bust wide open. Goldfish are actually quite a bit smarter than we give them credit for. Studies have shown that goldfish can remember things for several months. They can be trained to recognize their owners, perform tricks, and even navigate simple mazes. So, the next time you see a goldfish, don't underestimate their intelligence. Those little fish have more going on in their brains than we might think. Not so fast. Contrary to popular belief, bats are not blind. While many species rely on echolocation to navigate and hunt in the dark, they still have functional eyes. In fact, some bat species have excellent night vision, surpassing even that of humans. They use a combination of echolocation and vision, depending on the situation. So the next time someone says you're as blind as a bat, you can confidently tell them that bats aren't actually blind at all. We've all done it. Dropped a tasty morsel on the floor. Whether it's a slice of pizza, a piece of fruit, or a delicious cookie, the moment it hits the ground, we face a dilemma. Instinctively, many of us quickly snatch it up, invoking the infamous 5-second rule. This so-called rule suggests that if food is picked up within 5 seconds, it's still safe to eat. But can we really outsmart bacteria in a matter of seconds? The idea is that bacteria need time to transfer from the floor to the food, but is this really the case? Unfortunately, the 5-second rule is a complete myth. Scientific studies have shown that bacteria can contaminate food almost instantaneously. The moment food touches the floor, it can pick up harmful bacteria. Bacteria can contaminate food instantaneously, regardless of how long it's been on the floor. The type of surface the food falls on also plays a significant role. For instance, carpeted floors may transfer fewer bacteria compared to tile or wood floors, but that doesn't mean it's safe. Factors like the type of food and the cleanliness of the floor also come into play. Moist foods like watermelon or pasta are more likely to pick up bacteria quickly compared to dry foods like crackers or chips. Similarly, a visibly dirty floor is more likely to harbor harmful bacteria than a clean one. So, while it's tempting to bend the rules for a drop treat, especially if it's something you were really looking forward to, it's important to consider the potential health risks. Eating food that has been on the floor, even for a brief moment, can expose you to harmful bacteria like E. coli and Salmonella. It's always best to err on the side of caution when it comes to food safety. Instead of risking your health for a quick snack, it's better to discard the dropped food and grab a fresh piece. Remember, no snack is worth a potential bout of food poisoning. As we've seen, many popular science facts are actually myths just waiting to be debunked. The beauty of science lies in questioning, exploring, and discovering the truth. So the next time you hear a curious claim, don't just accept it at face value. Embrace your inner scientist, ask questions, do your research, and have fun uncovering the wonders of the world around us. Remember, curiosity is your ticket to a universe of wonder.